Okay, let's go. Hey yo everyone, how's it going? Long time no see. So don't mind the phone. I know it's there,
Okay,
but there is no. I can hear my own stream. There is no better way to like put it. It's like right there. How's it going, Thomas, Kohi, and Salty? Long time no see, everyone. But yes, welcome, welcome. I actually need to like monitor the rest of the streams to see if it's going well. So like I've started streaming multi-stream thanks to Salty, and I need to like really like check if everything is working. Really like okay. So the chats are sort of working. Yeah, don't worry, bear with me. First time streamer, don't worry. There we go. I'm hoping the vertical stream is running on YouTube, but we'll have to see if everything is okay. It's working. Okay. Okay, so are we dropping frames, if ever? How you been, boss man? I'm pretty good. Like, I've just been doing a lot of work. So, like, streaming has been taking the backseat for now. But that's okay. Like, every now and again I will stream. I just can't commit to VTubing as much as I could have back then. But, you know, life gets in the way, and that's okay. Like, so for today we're gonna be streaming some miniature painting. So I've been painting up these guys, if you guys can see. I don't know if you can, there we go, these guys. So these guys are like little orcs, and I have like 10 of these, but one has escaped me. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was nice meeting you too. At least we got to like hang out for a bit for the con. But yeah, I've been going to quite a bit of cons these past few days because I wanted to just at least try to get some like footage in for like what I want to be doing. So because the whole gaming thing on YouTube and Twitch is fine, like, but for me I don't get as much work done if I'm just gaming, so I might as well. I really want to try out other things like miniature painting as a hobby. So like, I have just been steadily painting these guys up. Look at these guys. Look at this tiny little bastard. Look at him. He's so small. But yeah, I got a gel blaster replica that. Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, I will be finishing these up. These guys are almost done. Like, all of them are, like, in a state that it's okay. Like, they're not perfect. Like, I'm not winning any awards with these guys, but as long as I can get them to a, nicely done state, I think we should be fine. Like I have to like unbase them because they're currently on bases, and I have to unbase them so that I can add like little filigree on top of the base. So yeah. For now, like yeah, let's get started. So I'm gonna be using this new wet palette that I've been testing out. I want to do a review for this, so I'm like hard testing it. And like it's from a local brand that I do so enjoy to use their products. And okay, and like I didn't want to just make an impressions video and then that's it. I actually wanted to like use the palette for quite a bit. Like, I promised them a video, but it hasn't come yet, so it'll happen eventually. PM. Yeah, for now, let's finish up these cruel boys with the wet palette, and so I can give my impressions of that. Because I've been focusing a lot more on like making sort of like video content first. Because streaming is great, like it's a great way to like, you know, just put time in to content creation, get your feet wet. But I think I want to like improve my skills on like video editing still. Like it's always been like a big factor for me, like video editing. You know, now that I have fresh eyes on these guys, I'm starting to see what the problem is for some of them. I need to bring out the leather colors. It's nice to you do other formats. Yeah, it looks therapeutic, to be honest. Yeah, I have like a bunch of paint. Like if you guys can see a little bit of the shelf, there's like a bunch of these, like I have a row, 2 rows, well 3 technically, 3 rows of like just paints. So I just have like a little workshop right in front of me, which is, it gives me good brain chemicals every time I'm done playing and I want to paint. I just look at it and I'm just like, oh yeah, that's great. So let's move these guys to the side. I like to pick them up every now and again. Yeah, here's the wet palette. This thing keeps the paint from drying up, especially if you're in a hot country, because unfortunately when you paint miniatures you only use like a drop of paint and that drop dries up real fast. So we're gonna use this this paint I got from the paint gacha. It's from Armored Komodo, which is another local brand, like gray brown. Yeah, like trying to get my model kit building spread. Honestly, it's grueling. Like it's a seasonal thing. Honestly, I feel like building model kits is a very seasonal thing, but I'm trying to be a little bit more consistent, just because I don't know. Like I'm trying to at least like do something artistic with my time, and building and painting the models, because building is great, sure, but the model like built, for example, Gunpla, a model built doesn't feel like, you know, my own. You know, it's just everyone else has a built model of, like, for example, let's say a Gundam Ariel. Everyone else has a built Gundam Ariel model, but if I paint it, it's gonna start feeling a little bit more like my own take on like Ariel. Wow, heck yeah. I love the orcs. The orcs is such a goofy faction in 40k. Age of Sigmar, they're not as goofy. Like, I'm not too familiar with the lore of Age of Sigmar yet, but it's cool. I like it. First, they ordered a GM command space. Oh hey! I had a master grade phase for a time. I still haven't built, like, I have built a I've only, out of all the kits I have for Gunpla, I've only built a single one, and that's the GM Salty got me as my first kit, and I unbuilt it to paint it. Sazabi, yeah, I do have Sazabi. It's still being built. I don't know when I'm gonna finish it. Probably when we move, because right now we don't really have the space. So miniatures are the way to go for me at the moment. And I gotta say, miniature painting is very, very therapeutic. It really gets me going, you know? Like, I do want to paint the Sazabi eventually. Like I have so many ideas. Like, I want to paint it like the navy colors. Just navy blue and like different shades of like blue. You know, to contrast what it the original like red. I'm gonna apply a little bit of like, a little bit of a reddish brown. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it. But yeah, we're applying the colors. It's so small. Like this little guy is like even smaller than most of the guys I'm gonna be playing for Spearhead. So yeah, this is size comparison. So this guy like has been a headache to paint. Like, what is he called again? I forgot. A gut stabber or something. Like the orcs have really funny names. I do love orcs, yeah. Like, I enjoy a lot of model kits, but I only have so much time, which is unfortunate. Like, I wish, like, the model builders and miniature painters' nightmare is just the fact that they won't have enough time to build everything. Like, if you guys see my pile of shame, there is a lot of models just sitting around, and I will eventually get to those. Yeah, the hobby has like stuck with me. Like miniature painting and miniature like building has stuck with me for a really long time. Like I remember doing it in college, but the problem with that was you don't have the kind of money to like actually build and paint models in college. So I had to like essentially I had to give up on it. You ever built that GM sniper as Salty? No, not yet, not yet. I'm like that's reserved for Salty. But I think yeah, a lot of the kits we're like expecting to build are like we're just waiting till we actually move out. Which is I don't know when. I don't know when we're gonna move out. But yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, for now, like I've been focusing on like a lot of like miniature painting. That really is like what gets me going nowadays. Like my little boys, you can use them for your games. But there are games for like homebrew titles for homebrew games for like Gundam. I've seen my friends like who build 30-minute mission kits just build and paint 30-minute mission kits, and then like they sort of like have I don't know what system they use, maybe Lancer. I think they use the Lancer system to like get it going, and it seems really cool. Alright, let me just edit my stream data, edit video. Let me edit this real quick. Add shorts, the hashtag shorts, so that we're seen on YouTube. I keep forgetting that YouTube is very hashtag reliant. Yeah, for now I'll focus a little bit on like the painting side first, just so we can get stuff done. Yeah. So right now we have quite a bit of brown. Like the problem with like the orcs is like they have a lot of brown to them, so you need to like actually make the brown a little bit more varied to stop them from looking monotonous. So I need to like actually just paint up the browns first and then maybe wash it with something darker, like our royal flesh shade. I've been avoiding a lot of like I've been like eyeballing most of the paintings I've been doing instead of like copying the paints, because I wanted to like try to figure out on my own like what paints they would use to see how close I can get it. Because overall it's like you know, I wanna learn things on my own instead of having to like look at some sort of like guide. Oh, this is the exact color you need. This is, you know, because the paints that the company sells, like the company's called Games Workshop, they're just very expensive. And sure, I could get like, you know, I can get it, but the question is like, is it worth it? Like one pot for Games Workshop is like around like four paints for the local brands, and the local brands paints are very nice coverage. I'm a very big fan of like how local brands are handling like the paints here. Plus there's also no shortage of like supply, so we can usually get our like paints like in, especially if you need like specific colors. Trying to get most of these. I'm painting out of screen again. I treat this stream as like a co-working stream, because technically this is work, I guess, maybe. Who knows at this point. Just getting a bunch of these done. How's it going, dead man? It's pretty good. We are currently painting our Cruel Boys for Spearhead. Like, Spearhead is a game mode that I am quite liking, because I don't have a lot of time to play games. So the shorter the game mode, the better it is for me. You know? I don't really want to be spending 3 hours to play Warhammer 40k. I'm so sorry, but like I have had a few invitations to like join. I have an army. I have a whole Dark Angels like 2,000 point army. I never really want to play it because it is 3 hour. Like I have to like travel 2-3 hours. Even say like let's take out the travel time for a second. Even if you don't have a travel time and I can just teleport into the local game store, I don't want to spend that 3 hours I have for the weekend playing someone I don't know and not have fun because I got my ass handed to me because I didn't bring a meta list or something. You know, so I don't think that's a great way to spend your time. So I kind of like the pre-constructed formats. It's a hassle of bringing a lot of things too. Like my army isn't particularly like big, so it's got like 70 models in it, because I have a lot of elite troops. Like I have the Lion in there. I have a lot of the point guzzlers of like the Dark Angels lists. Like I have them. So there aren't a lot of models in comparison to like, yeah, there aren't a lot of like, you know, models in comparison to other armies. But I still wouldn't like really go to a local hobby store and like play it out. Oh yeah, usually there's a pair up over Discord or like YouTube or sorry, over Facebook, but I still wouldn't because I'd rather spend that like 3 hours with my friends. So Spearhead is like perfect. Like Spearhead is so perfect because I can like introduce my friends to miniature painting and miniature wargaming without having to like break the bank because having like I usually buy my Spearhead boxes when they're like on sale because not a lot of people play Age of Sigmar here, and I'm a big fan of like the short format of Spearhead. So you can usually hammer out the game in like 2 hours if the person isn't like familiar with the game. So that's a win for me. Oh yeah, I did hear about like I did hear about what's it called? I did hear about poor Hammer's like Tyranid game mode, and I kind of want to try it because my partner is salty. She plays Tyranids, and like it seems really cool. I got a 3DS XL copy of Fire Emblem Echoes. Hell yeah! Shadows of Valencia. Congratulations, that shit is hard to find. I need to wash these after. I need to put them in the wash. But for me, the hobby, like for a hobby perspective, like I think I'm more of a painter. Like I like some of the games, like I'm leaning more towards Age of Sigmar just because of the, it's very fighty. Like instead of like shooting, I enjoy the fighting more because I get more immersed that way. So I prefer like Warcry and Spearhead. Even though I love the Warhammer 40k lore so much. Warhammer 40k is like my favorite like sort of like lore. But 20k force use. Oh yeah, I mean like like I think like I'm very lucky that I'm leaning towards the painting aspect more because there are definitely like like Warhammer like miniature wargaming as a hobby is different. It's not like trading card games where you like trading card games and then you get into it. But for tabletop wargaming, it's like you gotta know if you like painting and then you also know if you like playing, because there's that like there's two different sides of the hobbies that are like completely separate from each other that you need to like, well, not really need to like, but you have to like somehow before you get into it. And for playing, what keeps me like away from it is like the constant updates, especially for 40k. Like what's killed the joy for me for 40k is like it's the constant updates of like, oh yeah, you gotta you gotta like change up your points, you gotta like make adjustments, like some like the way they balance the game is like they kind of kill off units instead of like making them like they're sort of not as great, but you can still use them. Like they have a habit of like, oh yeah, your that unit's like unusable now. Oh yeah, I hate painting most. Yeah, like see, there's like two different spectrums. Like for me, I like enjoy painting. I don't like the I don't not like the playing aspect. I just don't enjoy it as much. And for you, you like the playing, but you don't enjoy the painting aspect so much. So there's usually like a divide between the different like like which part of the hobby are you leaning to? Which is also why it's so hard to introduce miniature wargaming for like other people. It's because it is like for like, okay, let's make a little comparison. Like I also play Commander, so I have a few Commander decks, and usually when you want to introduce Commander to a friend, you just tell them, "Oh yeah, you gotta buy a deck," or like something like this. You gotta buy one of these, and then you're set. For Warhammer, it's usually like you gotta buy the models, you gotta buy the glue to build the models. You gotta buy, even if without painting, like you gotta buy the codexes. You know, there's a lot of like all these different things. You hear that a lot, but I just saw a first. Really? Heck yeah! I kind of like to see older mod. Well, it depends. It depends. Like I'm a big stickler for like accessibility in games. One of my problems, it was with Magic back then. It's like it was very inaccessible before Commander. Because if you played Standard, a lot of the rarer cards that are like meta are kind of hard to come by, or just really as expensive. So I really didn't enjoy that part of Magic the Gathering until Commander came out. I think Warhammer needs a Commander version, you know, where you could use any model from any period of Games Workshop's releases, and then you sort of have like a list of different like stats for these models that are like set, they don't change, and then you have like a 4-player mode. I don't know how that's supposed to be balanced, but we'll see. Oh yeah, standard chase card, yeah. I don't know. I'm more of a casual player. I think that's just me. Like I generally don't join like the competitive aspect of like the hobbies I'm into. Like I played a lot of Dota. I don't play ranked in Dota. I play a lot of like Magic. Back when I was in high school, I don't join tournaments. It's because oh, I guess it's not for me. This is why I really gravitated towards Commander when I heard about it. Let's wash this. I'm gonna use a wash. Sorry, I forgot to show what the wash was. This is the Dystopian set by Arcus, and it is the Dark Rust. So we're gonna hit the newly painted like leggings with just Dark Rust, and then we're gonna bring it up again with the light brown. Because for very textured things, like for very textured like surfaces, like the washes are really good for that. We do that with Crusade, get like 4 or 6 friends and start. Really? Wait, I need to look at that. Combat Patrol, yeah, Combat Patrol. I do have like 4 Combat Patrols. I have the Tyranids, the Space Marine that came in the starter set. I have Dark. Not the Dark. I do have the Dark Angels one, technically. I didn't buy it as a Combat Patrol, but yeah, Dark Angels. I have the. Okay, I have Black Templar. I have Tau. Okay, maybe I have 6. I have 6 Combat Patrols, which I sort of enjoy. I really like the shorter format ones because I prefer to get more games in. But I'm pretty sure that's like an unpopular opinion because a lot of people in my country at least they play the longer format 40k, you know, the 2000 points. They really like getting those models on the table, which is understandable. Like yeah, to each their own. Which is also I think why I don't join as much. That's because last time I asked about like, hey, does anyone play Combat Patrol in this area? they didn't really have like a good um they didn't really have a good impression of Combat Patrol, so I was just like, okay, oh sure, I'll look for somewhere else, which is why I play with my friend group. You know, friend group is I think the preferred way of doing things because not having a lot of free time, you kind of prefer to just spend it somewhere you know guaranteed you would have, like, you know, that time wouldn't be wasted. The watch is actually pretty okay. Oh shoot, I actually wanted to show something before anything else. So there's a there's a kind of unique service. Sorry, I need to like separate. There's a kind of a unique service that I ran into, which is done by Arcus as well. And I was supposed to make well, I'm still gonna make a video for it. It's just taking me some time because of all the work. I was looking for a nostalgia set for the Games Workshop paints, but there is a company that does the nostalgia paints. However, they aren't able to deliver here because it is so hard to like get liquids through customs. So I had these color matched to like the old Games Workshop paints. So we have Enchanted Blue, we have Goblin Green is gonna be my favorite. Like we have just black and white. We have Sunburst Yellow, the Flesh Wash. We have Bronzed Flesh, Snakebite Leather, and Blood Red. And I am so excited to use these. We're thinking of adding Kill Team into the mix because our forces are massive at the moment. Yeah, how do you guys deal for those of you guys who are seasoned war gamers? How do you guys like usually like budget your time when it comes to like game nights? Because usually, you know, the like the hobby takes quite a bit of time. So you gotta like really, as an adult, you know, you gotta schedule that and say, hey, okay, let's set Saturday or Sunday for game nights. How do you guys usually budget that? Because I think that's one of the more challenging aspects of it. These guys are getting overdone, I feel like. I feel like I'm overdoing the painting. I should move on to like the rest of the models. Maybe? Perhaps. But yeah. For now. Like, I think I got most of it. Like, I really wanted like the purple. Like, if you can notice, this guy's like back. See him properly, but like there's a little hue of purple for the darker shadows instead of black. So I wanted to try that out. See if red purple or red violet, sorry, red violet would be a good shadow because it contrasts the green the orc skin has. Although I find that washes like are a little unwieldy for me. I tend to use like one size of brush, even though I have like multiple sizes ready, like in an arm's reach. I just have to reach here and then boom brushes. But it takes me quite a bit to like, you know, I kind of just don't want to switch brushes. I don't know why. It's like it's a bad habit, I think. Not switching brushes. Well, it is what it is. I should probably hit this with another shade of brown. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I don't need to. I do, however, need to hit this with maybe a null oil equivalent. We're gonna do that. Which is night ore. I don't know if you guys can hear the little shaking. Yeah, this is night ore. Which is the null oil equivalent locally. It's a little thick, so you need to like hit it with water. So we're gonna just throw that in there. See, it's like a little. It's not really wash consistency. I had an issue with fantasy when I first got into it back in the day, so I ended up being that guy that'll play down for new players in the area. Just foster that group that will always play down. Ah, I see. Yeah, playing down is like, come on, wait, play down is you like power down your boys, right? You power down your army to match like sort of the army of another person. If that's the case, I think that's a very nice thing to do. No one wants to like, yeah, spend their free time getting absolutely destroyed. Like, losing is part of the game, you know. Losing obviously is like, you know, part of just playing the game. But having your entire army just destroyed because, you know, you were completely just outdrafted isn't exactly fun for anyone. Yeah, because my problem with 2K games is like, sure, I have a 2K army, like let's say that, like I have like a complete Dark Angels force, and not like people who want to start the hobby, you're telling them to spend, oh yeah, you want to join us for Warhammer, you gotta spend $2,000, maybe more, and you gotta like spend a month painting and building because I don't want to play anything below 2,000 points. Kind of kills the vibe, you know. It's kind of really hard to introduce Warhammer. But besides Combat Patrol is a very, I guess they still need to cook with the rules. I feel like the rules aren't quite there yet compared to Spearhead, but I feel like they'll eventually get there. At least my army. I'm going to allow. Ah, I see. I don't know. For me, I prefer to just not really get too sweaty with it. Yeah. Have fun. You're playing a game. Sometimes having fun is like people find it fun to win, but you know, you gotta be in sync with your opponent. You know, if you guys are both playing competitive, sure, go ahead. Like, be as sweaty as you can be. But if the person like comes in, they want to have fun, you know, just adjust a little bit. Adjust your force. But at the end of the day, I kind of feel like I just prefer to hang out with my friends over having to go in a local hobby store. Uh, I would always take what's guaranteed over, like, maybe I'll find someone who's gonna be fun to play with in a hobby store. Yeah, I'd rather just like, oh hey, hit up a friend and say, hey man, I'll play some Spearhead. I'll loan you an army. You pick anyone you want, and just introduce the game to them. Have some fun. At least you got to spend quality time with a friend. But there's nothing inherently wrong with like going to the local game store. But as for me, like, I don't really have a lot of like free time on my hands. I kind of want to like, prioritize, making the most out of it. I remember back in high school, going to local game stores was okay, like, because it's something that you looked forward to after class. Not a lot of responsibilities when you're in high school. But now, as a working man, you don't get, the time you have after work isn't exactly free time. You gotta do responsibilities in the house, your other stuff that you need to do, for life. Those take priority over the hobby. So the little free time I get left, I usually prefer to spend it hanging out with friends. And if I can insert miniature wargaming with the hanging out with friends part, then I'm like extra happy. That's like that's my way of thinking, at least. I just like meeting new people. Reason I'm like one with my kids. No. Hey, I mean, like, I feel like what's it called? Getting into a game and not expecting to win really helps. Like, you enjoy the game more rather than like, I'm gonna build a list that's really, really strong and I expect to win with it. And it feels so bad if you don't. I take the I built a list. It's not great, not terrible. It'll hold its own, I guess. And lose, but you had fun. I take that over like building a well-optimized list and then losing, and then you're just like, okay, what do I even play this game for? Okay, so I was a little heavy on the null oil on the dagger, but that's okay. We'll fix it in post. Trust. Yeah. Also, I haven't been making YouTube shorts lately. I should really focus on that. Like I like talking about just uh what miniature wargaming is like. As someone who's always wanted to get into miniature wargaming but never actually tried until later down the line. Yeah. I guess a few first timer perspective videos also as well. And what it's like compared to other hobbies. Because a lot of miniature wargamers I meet, usually that's their only hobby, just miniature wargaming, and I can get behind that because it is such an expensive hobby, and it takes not just money wise but time wise as well. Like not only are you investing like it's already in the thousands of dollars to like play the game and keep updated. But you also gotta spend a lot of time just sitting down, building them, painting the models. Even for the even for the um even for the if you want to just paint it like tournament standard 3 colors with base, it's quite a time investment. That's what 40k should be. Yeah, I think the 40k should be like, about fun. I feel like we have so many models in 40k and Age of Sigmar. We have so many models in 40k and Age of Sigmar that I think that balancing is just really really hard to do. And you don't want to be the company who alienates players because telling them, hey, you can't play this model because it's old and we don't want to release stats for it and balance it out. Because that's what's happening now in both 40k and Age of Sigmar, where we're starting to like a lot of Space Marines that used to be usable, like the original Dreadnought, the jump pack Marines. I think you can only use the veteran version of them. Like a lot of the firstborns you can't use anymore. What else? Like I think we also can't use a lot of the Horus Heresy ones, right? Because I remember 9th edition had stats for them in 40k. I don't correct me if I'm wrong. Because I was seeing a lot of like people bring in the Leviathan Dreadnought. But now it has been relegated to Legends. Kind of sucks. I really like the Leviathan Dreadnought, by the way. It's such a good design. A lot of the Horus Heresy designs, they were really cooking. I feel like we should see more of them in 40k. Like I bought a whole Age of Darkness box just because I really liked the Mark 6 armor. The Beaky Boys are absolutely divine. I love the design, and like I don't really mind if I can't paint them. I got the box as a bargain bin sale, so I spent like $180, I think. Oh yeah, $180 for the whole box. $60 models for $180. It's pretty good. Good deal. I like it. I need to like see. lessen the sheen on these like metals. Because I used tarnished silver. I think this is it. I think this is the one I used. Yeah, tarnished silver for armored tomato. It's a little bit brighter than I need it to be. I like the fact that it's almost there. I just need to hit it with null oil. One thing I keep forgetting to invest in is putty. Like if you notice, like some of the shoulders on this model have, you can see that gap, that crevice, that the push fit model. Because these are old. These are, I'm pretty sure these got warped over the amount of time it's been sitting in this in the warehouse. Because nobody wanted to get it. Like I think I got it for like $20 for the whole Stormcast and Cruel Boy's Warrior box. But I think it's yeah, I think they're looking pretty nice though. It's we're getting there. I think I need to touch up on the shields, maybe. We can do that right now. I think. Let's test out if I can like touch the shield with the null oil and if it's gonna be any better. I don't think it improves it by a lot. So we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna touch that. So yeah, I'm gonna be using these guys for Spearhead. Spearheads. We recently got the Skaven Tide. Using some synthetic weight flips. Oh yeah, so I never upgrade my brushes. Like my best tip for miniature wargaming, especially for beginners. But if you're not a beginner, this doesn't apply because you kind of know how fast you can break your brushes. Is I bought, like, there's a bit of a crunch to it. Like I bought like a bunch of like these, like I bought these from Alibaba. I bought like 10 of these, and these cost $10 for the whole 10 pack. Like these are unbranded, like well, I think they're overruns. Maybe they have a brand on them, but like you can choose to have them rebranded. But yeah, they're like overruns of like brushes. They're synthetic brushes for watercolor, oil, acrylic, and gouache. They are line detail brushes, but you know, because I tend to run through brushes a lot, so I don't mind breaking brushes because they're dirt cheap. Versus these, like I actually have Kolinsky sables on me. Like a lot of people tell me like I should upgrade to Kolinsky sables, but which I did, but I never touched them because they are like technically they are 100 times more expensive than my regular brushes. So I bought these during a con on sale already for like $20 for the set, but I still haven't touched them because I am so afraid I might just break them. I might just like ruin them because I tend to ruin brushes fast. So like yeah, I have like 3 Kolinsky sables right here, untouched, and they've been like that for how many months now? And just because like these guys, the synthetics, they do the job. Like I don't need my models to be perfect. Like my skill isn't quite there yet. Like I don't expect to be using like anything professional until I can get until I start feeling like I hit what's it called, a plateau when it comes to skills. You know, that's when I start. That's probably when I'll start trying out the Kalinsky Sable brushes to see how far I can push it. But for now, like, I'm still able to improve with just these like cheapo brushes. I think that's what I'm sticking with. Usually get like the $8 packs. Yeah, Hobby Lobby is fine because these ones, like the ones from Alibaba, they're kind of hard. Like they're kind of hard to get because it takes a while to ship. So I did start with like our local equivalent to like a Hobby Lobby pack, and then like while I was using those, I switched to these because these guys arrived after I ruined my first set of brushes. I think I'm on my third. This is my third like set of brushes. Like from when I started like a year ago. No, sorry, not a year ago. A few months ago. Around March, I think. I think I started March. So yeah, I go through brushes fairly fast. To my dad's disappointment, because he also paints. he paints acrylic on canvas, and that's probably where I got it. Where I got the itch to like get into miniature painting. And he usually like sticks with his brushes. Like his synthetics are like 2 years old now, and he sticks with it. The absolute madman. Very conservative when it comes to like his tools. He takes real good care of them. For me, I kind of, you know, like mistreat my tools just because like I tend to try things out, try different like techniques out without properly maintaining my tools, and eventually the wear and tear like really gets to them. Yeah, speaking of which, I've been sort of importing a lot of like my models because as much as I want to support local game stores here in the Philippines, I do most of the time, but I tend to buy in bulk just to save on it. Like recently I had like my partner and I had gotten into Malifaux, and the price comparison here is $70 versus the $40 in Noble Knight games. So if you times 12 that, well, times let's just say times 10 just to make it easier, that's a $30 difference. So that's $300 plus when we got 12 different like Malifaux boxes compared to just buying 12 here. Which kind of sucks because I really like, I like supporting local game stores even though I don't really play in local game stores, because I can appreciate the fact that there are spaces for us hobbyists to just sort of enjoy our hobby, because it wasn't like this back when I was in high school. Like getting into Warhammer back in high school, back when I was in college, back when I was in college was just so hard because there was only one store who sort of had the license to sell, and those were usually packed, and it was very hard to find other hobby stores that like would host it because they don't sell Warhammer, so they don't want to host Warhammer. They don't want to, which makes sense because you don't want to be allocating space for customers who aren't going to be really paying versus actual paying customers, you know. So I can appreciate the fact now that we have so many hobby stores. We have so many hobby stores that like actually host um, like a lot of players. We have so many Warhammer players now. It's kind of crazy. Like Kill Team is very big here. Kill Team and just regular 40k. Those are the biggest ones here, which is surprising because we are a third world country, so seeing a lot of seeing hobby stores booked out filled with 40k players is really it's a really heartwarming sight. I recently visited Dragon Forge, which is here in Quezon City, in the Philippines, and they are located in the cinema, not in the cinema, like in the cinema level. What used to be stalls for the different concession stalls, the concession stand stalls, they shut down, and so the Dragon Forge is actually using those spaces for Warhammer tables. So they have a small little store. They a little let me use the little grid on my table. They have a little space for the store, and then the cinema space that isn't the actual cinemas, because there's a hallway, and then the cinemas are right here. So this little space for the concession stalls that closed down, they actually are using that big space, and it was really nice to see. I like that because they could host so many Warhammer players, even though there's just such a small store. It's because all those guys started high school. Ah, I see. Yeah. Yeah, for me, I never got to grow up with it. I heard about it. I heard about it when I was in high school because one of my friends, he was reading a Grey Knights Codex, and he was telling me stories about the Grey Knights that was located in the Codex. And I was like, oh, this is really cool. Where's this from? He's like, oh yeah, it's from Warhammer 40k. And I started looking it up, and I was like, okay. The models are very hard to come by here. So I just started with playing Dawn of War, and then I think I actually saw a model kit out in the wild, and then I wanted to purchase it, and I asked how much was it. I think it was the Deathwatch model kit, the Deathwatch pack of 5, because Kill Team was just starting out, and my heart melted when I heard, oh yeah, it was $30 at the time. I think the kit is $40 now, but yeah, at the time it was $30, and I was I look at my wallet, I'm just there's a lone $2 in my wallet, so I'm just okay, I don't think I can. This hobby's a little too rich for me. Okay, I think these are okay. I won't touch them anymore. In terms of paint, so these guys can get into the top coat. I'm gonna hit them with a satin top coat later on, after I'm done doing the whole Spearhead. Spearhead. Can I fit the box here? Wait, let me see. It's not an actual Spearhead box. It's the Dominion starter set. I've been planning to unbox this. Oh, sorry, I spilled some water. Give me a sec. Spilled some water, but that's okay. We're good. I got a towel. It's fine. Okay, for now. So I'm wondering if I can actually unbox these, because this is still in shrink. I also got this from a bargain. Like one thing you guys can probably like notice like a pattern. I never buy anything that isn't like sort of on sale because I save what I can when it comes to like miniature wargaming because it's such an expensive hobby and I like to have a complete sort of like collection of certain things I like. For example, I liked what's it called? I liked Wrath of Kings aesthetic a lot, so I did buy a lot, like the starter sets, like all of the starter sets for Wrath of Kings recently. I know it's a dead game, but it's sort of my way of preserving it. Just getting the starter sets. It might not be balanced, but having the starter sets and seeing what the different like aesthetics were like, it's a little cool piece of like miniature history for me. So yeah, we can unbox this, I guess. Okay, hold up. Let me move my phone. I think my phone can sit here, maybe. Can it? Can my phone sit? Yeah, this is fine. Yep. There we go. Yeah, we can unbox my Dominion starter set on stream. I just need to move some stuff. My little stormcasts. So let me move this. I gotta say, I'm a little bit more proud for my Cruel Boys, how they turned out versus my Stormcast. So let's get the X-Acto knife. And let's unbox it. Let's unbox this. Maybe I should probably get a camera. Yeah, I'm gonna get my other camera to record this properly. Not enough. Is it enough? I think it's enough. Maybe, perhaps. I think so, but I need to get my Osmo. Alright, thank you so much, Deadman. Nice of you to drop by. And good luck with the work. Okay. Let's open up Dominion. Dominion. Okay, we're good. I think we're good. Let me just set this up real quick. Oh. Dominion starter set. Okay, just Okay. See here. DJI Memo. There we go. I kind of updated the app recently. So what I'm using is the DJI Pocket 2 to like record like another angle. There we go. A little too crowded, I think. Yeah, I think this is fine. Yep. This is my Dominion starter set, which I have not unlocked, which I have not unboxed in forever. So let's see here. Got the what is it? It's pretty cool. Like, this is a pretty cool piece of Age of Sigmar. I did get the Skaven type, but yeah, this is pretty nice. Indrasta is one of my favorite like models of all time, I think. It's pretty cool, and the fact that it's in a sort of like very accessible box. You know, it's not one of those like, oh, you gotta buy this because it's an exclusive boxes. I like that. I like the fact that it's like that. I think having models behind like exclusive, like time exclusive events, it's not a great way to like maintain the player base. Sure, it caters to those who like want to really collect. But something that I don't think keeping things behind exclusive like walls, especially if it's like something that you constantly use, makes it feel bad. Such a feels bad man moment. Yeah, here's the Dominion starter set out of its shrink. And first glance. Here we go. That is pristine. Look at that. That sort of like protection poster card. This one is a lot thicker than the newer ones. So look at that. It's pristine as heck. I kind of prefer this box over the Skaven type. The box that Skaven type came with. And look at that. Look at all these models. Oh no. Okay, we're good. It was stuck. Look at all these models. I think, yeah, I built these. So. That is. What are these called? The Stormcaster Vindicators? Vigilors? I'm not sure. And a bunch of these cool boys. Don't know what they're called, but I know that they're not part of the Spearhead. So they're not getting. They might not be seen at all, I think. Was it? These are the Praetors, I believe. No, I know my Stormcasts. I need to rearrange them afterwards. Oh yeah. This I'm excited for. Look at that. What a lovely boy on his lovely steed. This I'm excited for. There's a lot of like smaller bits that like scare me. I might just break them with my fingers. My little sausage fingers. Here we go. I think these ones you see in the warrior starter set. And then we have Yndrasta. Look at that. Look at those wings, look at the detail on that. Her little like table, her little staircase, yeah. I cannot wait to build this. Like more of the cool boys. Second, yeah, this one took a beating, which is completely fine. Like honestly, that's understandable. Got the paperback contents for, yeah, these are like long overdue. Like these are expired as heck, but you know, it's cool. You can still use them honestly. Like when you want to play, check out what it's like. And look at that, this core rulebook. Core book for 3rd edition looks so sick. Honestly, look at that art. Oh, that is divine. Yeah, this is the time of turmoil. This is the era of war. This is the age of Sigmar. Yep. More of these, and we also have the little bases underneath, but we'll keep that there because I tend to lose bases and I do not want to 3D print them, even if I can. Yep, so we will open this, but first let me just keep these so that I can actually like pick out the contents. The respectable amount of spheres that come with the box. Hopefully you can enjoy those. I'll return these better later, but I think we have the box like closable. Heck yeah. It's so nice. Such a nice like box art. Also stick just decided to cover my camera. A lot lighter now without the rulebook. Let's see what secrets you hide. Content-wise, I think the Skaven type has a lot more content. Which is okay, honestly, like I'm all for it. A lot of people have pointed out to me that like you can't use the Stormcast staff or Spearhead because of the like it's well what's it technically you can't because you're missing 2 units and the Cruel Boys is missing 1, but honestly like I don't really mind using the Vigilors or the Spear Boys for as proxies. Because I'll be playing with friends anyways. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at the art. That is so nice. A little Nurgle Rot. Have... Damn, look at that. That is real nice. Love the art too. The art is nice. Look at this, collecting for display. Look at that. Choosing a faction, collecting for game. Oh yeah. And to teach you how to paint your little boy. Playing the game. Look at all these guys pretending they're playing the game. You got narrative play, you got matched play. A little glimpse of like what Age of Sigmar used to be. War unending. Love to see some war unending. Hours of Chaos, there we go. We have like the Great Horned Rat. I think it's just... I don't know if he's a separate Chaos God. I think he's just an extension of Nurgle. Maybe? Who knows? I'm not too familiar, but if you guys can like explain it to me. That's fantastic. Look at all the... Look at all the art. Look at that Dominion of Chaos. You got the Lord of Change, you got the Great Unclaimed One. The Realm Gate Wars. Seeds of Hope. Dark Omens. Oh yeah, you got the Soul Wars. So this is like a rundown of like majority, right? Majority of like the lore. Oh, my phone shut down, so my VTuber isn't working. Yeah, but that's okay. I think he's in a good position, good sleeping position. Oh, hey, there we go. There's the different like realms. So you got Gore, which is the one I'm familiar with because Warcry is set there. You got Grian and Ashi, which is the Realm of Life and Realm of Fire, which is what Spearhead is using, but I know we're gonna see more realms eventually. And then we have Azir, Hish, Ulgu, and Sish. See, the world building is really, really good. Fire. Yeah, so we're starting to see like, yeah, more of it illustrated. The Bright City. Signs of the Comet, there we go. Armies of Hammerhall. it just goes. Like this thing is like super long. God, the core rules is page 279. Everything else is like lore. Heck yeah. Green skins. Yeah, damn, this is one of... I think this is better in terms of like the rule books. Because let's compare the other rule book. Yeah, like honestly, I really like this. This one is pretty nice compared to the 4th edition. Interesting rule book. But yeah, I think that's it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys just sticking by for my not so regular stream, but yeah, we'll get there eventually. But yeah, I appreciate you guys sticking by. Hope you guys like the stream. And if you guys are on Twitch, hit the follow button. If you guys are on YouTube, hit the sub and bell icon if you want to see more of my content. And I will see you guys next time. Once again, my name is Jessica, and I talk about my experiences in miniature wargaming every day. Sort of. But for now, let's go raid. Okay. What the heck? Okay, apparently I can't raid. Hmm? Hmm? No, it's... /raid isn't working. But yeah, well yeah, Salty is streaming, so if you guys can hop on mine, that'll be perfect. But yeah, for now, I'll catch you guys next time. Bye-bye!